Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Aisha Khan. I'm from Suleman Dawood School of Business at LUMS. And joining with me are Shehryar Khavar Latif, who is also from my team, and Asfandiar Khan, who is from the Admissions and Financial Aid Department at LUMS, and Dr. Hassan Rauf, who is the Associate Dean of Executive Education at the Business School at LUMS and also former Program Director of the MBA program, is also with us. So I'll just briefly describe the format of the program, of the webinar. So I will just hand over to Dr. Hassan momentarily, and he'll just give you a very quick brief overview of the program, and then we'll open the forum for questions. Because the aim of this is for you to ask any queries that you may have regarding the application process, regarding the MBA program, so that you can submit your application. The MBA program is a 2-year program. It is a full-time program. And just a brief intro of Dr. Hassan Rauf. Dr. Hassan Rauf is our MBA graduate as well in 2002. And his PhD is from the North Carolina State University in Supply Chain Management. He has been the MBA program director for several years now, Dr. Hassan, right? And recently, he has been promoted to the Associate Dean of Executive Education at the Business School LUMS. So, Dr. Hassan, can you please, give a brief overview of the program, and then we can open for questions and take it forward. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Aisha. Assalamu alaikum ji. So just we'll go over the process and the program. So first program, it's a business school's flagship program. So in fact, LUMS started with the MBA program. So back in 80s. So this was the first program, and then everything sort of grew out of it. Other programs within the business school and then other schools as well. So MBA program, it's a full-time program, as Aisha mentioned earlier. So, and a lot of times that's one question that we face, that people think that they'll be able to carry on with some sort of engagement, side hustle. Now, a lot of people are working online, part-time basis, but believe me, you will not have time for that. And people even who have tried for that, either their grades suffered badly, or they could not continue work. And there's a reason for that, because so it's the philosophy or pedagogy that's case-based. So it's a case-based program. And so over the course of 2 years, students go through almost 500 plus cases, covering different geographies, a lot of local cases, different industries. And so that's the whole gist of the program. And again, what the market says is that we produce students who are market ready. And so that's how we prepare them. So it's not based on rote learning or any other. So it's about decision making. So the core of the MBA, if you ask me, that's decision making. And what differentiates this program from other programs is it's full of energy. Now, from where does we draw this energy? So the program is aligned with the industry. So the students join in. So first there is a couple of weeks of immersion. We call that as summer immersion program. Previously it was called as the summer orientation program. So the students join in because we do not have any limitation in terms of background. So our programs have engineers, they have lawyers, they have doctors, they have people from software side, tech, linguistics, and so those couple of weeks we bring them on the same page with some basics of. So a lot of them are going through accounting, debit, credit for the first time. So and for a lot of them, case pedagogy, that's the first time they interact with that. So we take those 2 weeks. So those 2 weeks are very essential and very demanding. So starting early in the morning, running late till night. So those 2 weeks prepare the students for what's about to come for the next couple of years. Then the first year is divided into multiple semesters, the first and the second. So first year is all core courses. So there aren't any electives in the first year. So the first semester, that's more basics of organizational behavior, marketing, stats for management, then accounting, finance fundamentals. So these are the basic courses for the first semester. Along with that, there is a module of experiential learning. So experiential learning is, so that's a group-based project. Students are assigned different industries and they carry out research during the first semester on those industries, and then they come up with a sector report. This is very important from the perspective that for any decision making, you need to understand the context. So we prepare them through this exercise, that how to understand the context of the industry. Then the students move on into the second semester. Again, some more core courses around financial management, economics, operations, and supply chain, and strategy, decision analysis. So these courses again set the foundation for the electives. In addition, we have experiential learning, second module, which is My Startup. So in which the students work towards thinking about an idea and pitching that idea to in that course. And so that's the end of the first year. So end of first year, then the students are required to either go for an internship and or they can carry on with their entrepreneurial idea as well. So that's how the summers is structured. Subsequent to the summers, then we start the second year, the third semester. That's based on all electives, and electives are all, we have half courses. The idea is to give more breadth to the students. So along with that, so the top 33% are offered exchange semesters with our partner institutes internationally. Quite a sizable chunk go to the third semester for exchange program, while the students who are here, they go through the electives. And again, electives are industry driven, they are functional driven. Now a lot of emphasis on AI analytics. So that's our third semester. Fourth semester again separated into two half semesters. The 4A, first part of the fourth semester, that's again where the students carry out consulting project. So that's the third leg of the experiential learning module. So we source actual projects from the industry, they share problems, and then the students have to work around those problems. And in the end, they present their solutions, recommendations, implementation plan to the faculty and to the clients as well. And then the clients contribute in grading as well in terms of how this work has added value to them. And a lot of students who do good work do get job offers from the clients during that process as well. And then they post this MCP, there's 1.5 semester remaining where they take additional courses, prepare them for the market, corporate engagement, or for entrepreneurial ventures. So that's how the 2 years are distributed. And so again, a mix of background. So there's no requirement that you need to be certain to have a certain background. More importantly, what we look at is in terms of what do you want to do with the MBA. And again, so that with that, I'll talk about the admission part. So what we are looking at. So there are multiple things that we look at. And it's not just one thing. We're looking at test scores. We're looking at academic records. We're looking at your job experience and then the interview. So job experience, last few years, so the average profile is 2.5 years of work experience. And some are with a lot more, 4 or 5 years of experience. Some are relatively come with relatively less experience. So it is highly recommended, but we don't say that without work experience you can't apply. But yes, that reduces the probability of acceptance unless you do remarkably well in your interview and your test scores and have a very bright academic record. So that's on the admission process. And then in terms of once you are here, there are a lot of opportunities to interact with people from different industries, people from different organizations, local, international, MNCs. So it's a very happening program and a school, which gives you a lot of opportunities to network with the industry, and also one important, we take it as an asset, which is our alumni base, which is working at key positions in almost all industries and across the globe. So this program also offers that opportunity to network with the alumni, with the industry, and that's so. These are the key ingredients in terms of a very rigorous program, a very hands-on program where we prepare students for decision making, and then on top of that, aligned with the industry, and then the networking opportunity. So all this contribute to the rating of this program. So it is rated best in the country, and also amongst a, top chunk in the region. So that's a brief about the program. Ji Aisha.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hassan. Following up on that, I would just like to add that our MBA is ranked 30th in Asia in the QS full-time MBA rankings. And this is from the most latest rankings of 2026. And we were also the first business school to receive the AACSB accreditation, which is only in Pakistan, which is only given to about 6% of institutions worldwide. And in 2019, we had a review again of the accreditation, and it was renewed, which sort of speaks to the, to the rigor, to the sustained rigor and impact of the programs, the graduate programs from business school at LUMS. Now we can open for questions. Just use the raise hand option for questions, because that is the aim of this session. And you can also type your question in the chat, and I'll pick it up, and we'll respond to that. Malik Arsalan Heather, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Thank you very much for this opportunity. So my question is that I actually went to the SDSB counseling session in Karachi and met Sir Adil, and he advised me between the MBA and MS Technology Management Entrepreneurship programs that if you want to have a startup or have a less experience, then you should apply for the MS program. But if you have 2 years of experience due to the case pedagogy basis of the studies, you should prefer MBA. But so which one should I prefer, MBA or MS TME? Like which type of student should apply to which program, and can we apply for both as well? Like what's the preferable, the way to go for a student?
You can apply for both programs. Again, it depends. I think what Dr. Adil said in terms of what is the objective. So MBA, it's a generalized program. We don't say that we offer specializations, and so that this is MBA in finance or MBA in marketing. So it's a general program, but yes, there are enough electives that give you an opportunity to develop your expertise, capabilities in a particular area. So I was just looking at some of the comments down there in terms of Islamic finance. So yes, there is a stream of finance, and there are courses on Islamic finance as well. So that's again, so MBAs, they are generalist so people who are coming in generally, let's say they're people who are coming with engineering background, there are people who are coming from, or even there are people who are in the corporate, but they want to switch their either functional area, or they want to grow up the ladder, move up the ladder. So that's where the MBA pitches them to sort of change the trajectory of their career. And also, so MS programs, they are more focused towards one core. So they are weekend programs, obviously that allow certain flexibility in terms of carrying on with the work. But MBA, it's a full-time program. It gives you a very holistic sort of journey through all business disciplines. Whereas MS programs, they're very much focused around building depth in one area. MBA programs offers you to build breadth as well as depth. So it depends on your objectives.
Okay, sir. So actually, the thing is that sorry, I meant to say that if I am as an individual, I meant to ask that. Actually, I forgot. I raised my hand again when I recalled my question.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
That's fine. Dr. Hassan, we have another question. Dua Shah. Dua Shah, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Assalamu alaikum. I hope you guys are doing good. Acha, I wanted to ask whether you guys conduct GRE coaching. As I was scrolling through the website, I could see that you guys offer that coaching. So when is the upcoming batch going to begin? Because I really want to take part into it.
Asfan, can you, I think the GRE workshop has taken place already.
Yeah, it's already passed.
Yes, unfortunately. But Dua, we also offer, there are other entrance tests as well that can be given. Asfan, can you please give a list of the entrance tests that students only have to give one of those, applicants?
Yes. You have multiple options. You can go for LGAT. That'll be coming on 26th April. So you can go for that, or you can also take GRE General and GMAT General or NTS GAT General. So you just go
Okay.
for any one test. For the past previous papers regarding NTS GAT, that's available online as well.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
And
I wanted to take the classes to really, understand what's going to happen. And again, my maths is not that good, so I just wanted to take classes so that I could improve my math as well.
Sure, I
there are
think
multiple
that has taken
academies
place.
available.
Yeah.
We don't recommend, to be honest with you, but you can search online. There are multiple academies that are good. They are teaching LGAT as well, and then GRE, GMAT, or NTS GAT preparations.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, Dua. Thank you. We have one question we have, Dr. Hassan, in the chat from Bisma Asim. What makes an application stand out beyond grades and test scores?
So as I was talking earlier, so it's the objective. How do you think that? So we want the applicants to be clear-minded in terms of why they are uh, uh, coming to this program. So read about the program, how it is different from other programs. Uh, because uh, generally, given the rigor of the program, a lot of times there are some students who would come in, get admission during the orientation program. They're generally unable to cope up with the rigor and the pressure. So understand what the program offers, and then what are your objectives. So generally, I've seen people who have thought about that, who have, let's say, spoken to their seniors, people in the industry, how an MBA should, how they should go about the MBA program. So that's generally, we've seen that clarity of mind is one thing which helps. If you're lacking there, then that creates problem in the application as well, and in the interview as well.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan. We have a question from Syed Arsalan Ahmed. If working alongside the masters is a priority, would you recommend applying for an MS at LUMS? It's not just about finances, it's about not losing the momentum I've made in the corporate world. So if you want to work, then yes, an MS would be better because the MBA is full time. We are also conducting MS webinars. Shariar, can you also share that information in the chat for students who would be interested in attending the MS webinar as well?
Sure.
So there is one consolidated webinar on Friday for the Executive MBA program and the MS programs, which you can attend that. Malik Arsalan, Heather, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Thank you, ma'am. So yeah, my question was that I was told that if we apply for both MBA and the MS program, then it would give a negative impression that we are scattered or confused, and we must also give a strong reason why we are applying for both. So what should one do, like to, tackle such a thing? What you do, like apply for
Yeah,
both or one or
I've
what?
just responded to your question that if So that means कि अगर आप apply कर रहे हैं, you're not clear yourself, so that will create problems in both the applications. So think about it in terms of, because this is time and money investment. So we want people to be clear about what they want to get out of the program. And so generally, I would not say if you can find alignment from both programs, then you can apply to both, as long as you can justify. So for that, you have to sort of do some reflection yourself. What do you want to do?
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a question from Mavish. Can I apply coming from a medical background with no past corporate experience? How to qualify the interview from that background?
So we have had people from the medical side. So our current cohort has MBBS doctors as well. So both 26, the second year, and 27. And then in addition to that, we have people from pharmacy background who have other healthcare or allied area background. And now, given a lot of investment going in the healthcare side, we see a lot of organizations growing there. So there is an increasing demand of trained management people, and so having healthcare exposure and then a rigorous MBA degree that is creating a lot of opportunities. So yes, if you have a healthcare background, but again, in terms of having some clarity, so why we recommend that certain work experience should be there, because it helps you to bring clarity in terms of uh, how do you want to grow in your career. So that helps. Plus, given that it's a case-based program, so we're talking about actual scenarios. And so if you have worked, so then that gives you the ability to connect with your experience and contribute more to the program. So we call this as participant-centered learning, and it's not that the instructor is just giving in lectures with slides. It's a discussion based on reality. So that's why we want to have a diverse audience, but at the same time, audience which is experienced, so they can contribute to each other's learning.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan. I'll just take one question from the chat before moving to Hamza Naseem. I did mass communication in 2019 and have 6-year experience in digital marketing and data analytics experience. Can I will get admission in an MBA? Yes, you can apply, Zubair, to the MBA program with the 6 year of experience and your degree. GRE is compulsory. Admission test is compulsory from the list that Asfan shared. You can choose GRE or GMAT or NTS GAT or LGAT. One admission test is compulsory, yes. Asfan, would you like to add anything?
As long as you've taken the test out of 4, that's fine. Any test is compulsory. There's no preference given to any specific test.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I have a question. Sorry to interrupt you. Am I
Yes,
asked question?
Ehsan Ali. Yes,
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 ma'am.
please. Okay.
Ma'am, I have done 2 years bachelor in science, and then after I have done 2.5 years BBA in finance from a private university. Am I eligible for MBA 2 years? Actually, in aggregate, I have 16 years of education, and I have qualified 7 out of 13 papers of SCCA.
Sorry, what certification have you taken? Sorry, have you completed so far?
Sir, I have done 2 years bachelor's, and then after on such basis, I have done 2.5 years BBA in finance, and I have also done ACCA 7 out of 13.
I think you'll have to check with HEC. You have to get an equivalent certificate for 16 years of education. Because
No,
you have
sir,
to have 2 bachelors.
Sir, I have 2 bachelors, but in aggregate, I have 16 years of education.
That's aggregate is according to HEC.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need like a certificate for them from the HEC, but that it says that you have completed 16 years of education.
Yes, I have completely 16 years of education and I also have SCCA. So SCCA part qualified. So am I eligible for MBA?
So you need a certificate from Higher Education Commission, SN, and if you get that certificate, then you can apply. I think that is what Asfand is
Yes,
saying, right?
that's
Asfand?
correct.
Right, you would need that certificate. Okay, Hamza Naseem, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Assalamualaikum, am I audible?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum, am I audible?
Yes.
All right, I have two questions. Number one is, as you mentioned, that MBA is a general program and there is no specific major in this program. तो जो case based courses हैं हमारे जो last semesters में उन्होंने बताए, तो how will we, because obviously that matters a lot. And number two was, since it's a full-time program and you expect 2 years of employment before that, so how do you expect, as a me coming from a middle class family, to fulfill my finances? Is there any scholarship programs जो कि मैं first semester से avail कर सकूं? Yeah, you have the floor.
So yes, there are. I'll let the admission people talk about that. But yes, there are scholarships, merit scholarships available, and then there are other financial aid options in which there are interest-free loans and interest-based loans as well.
Ji. Asfand,
And
can
the
you
first
share some
question.
financial aid options for
Yeah, and
the
the first
MBA
question,
program?
that the project-based courses का major जब कुछ नहीं है, तो how do we select कि marketing होगा या HR पे based होगा case हमारा पूरा company
All right,
capstone
so
basically जो.
देखो, so उसमें, so first year is all core courses. We take you through the basics. So even while going through the basics, we use the case pedagogy, and so yes, you are prepared that how do you approach a case. There are certain, for people who do not have exposure understanding. So yes, there are some readings that you do to develop understanding. And on top of that, certain projects. So you are required then to go and interact with the industry to learn firsthand to bring that exposure back into the class. So first year is base core that everybody takes. And then second year is based on your choice and preferences. You can take courses in whichever stream you want.
Thank you so much.
Also, Hamza, 2-year experience is preferable and it is recommended. However, it's not mandatory. Right, Dr. Hassan?
G. That is not mandatory. So there are students who are with less experience, around 1 year as well. But yeah.
Sir, I have 5 years of experience in government organization, but it's not post-qualification experience. Will it be countable?
Who is talking? Can you please?
SN Ali, ma'am, this is SN Ali. Ma'am, I have more than 5 years of experience, but it's not post-qualified experience.
GSN, it will be counted, but what Asfan said earlier, you do need the HEC certificate for equivalence to be eligible to submit your application. That's a
I think
requirement.
it's better for you, SN, that you apply right now, okay? Because it takes time, at least 2 or 3 weeks.
For the
Okay, sir, thank you.
For the HEC certificate.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Khan, can you
Hello,
please
ma'am.
unmute
Hello, ma'am,
yourself
also.
and ask your question?
Hi, my name is Werda. I had one question regarding the admission requirements, and the question is, for the GMAT, if I'm taking it, what is the average score that you're looking at? I know if we take a 700 plus score, that's like an immediate yes in the sense of scholarships and whatnot. But what is the minimum requirement you're looking at?
There is no minimum requirement for GMAT, GRE, or LGAT. As for NTS GAT, minimum of 50 score is required, cumulative score of 50.
And the average GMAT score for students who are currently in the program or who have previously been able to made it to the program.
Well, we have got a class profile on the website, but it's like 540, 550. That's the average.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Okay, we have several questions in the chat, so let's just see. Okay, Mohammed Abdullah, he has posted that I don't see any option to raise hand. Please let me know. So Mohammed Abdullah, you can ask your question now if you're still here.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I come from, I graduated from FAST back in 2024 from Karachi. The question is somewhat related to someone earlier asked, but reiterating on that, coming up from a humble background and a middle class family who doesn't want or expect his family to support the MBA finances and the personal finances at this point in time. Currently, I'm working as a full-time employee somewhere, and let's just assume if I get selected for the program, how can I? What are the possible ways that I can support myself and the educational expenses required, as the program at LUMS is not cheap in terms of uh, the fees and everything related to that.
I think I'll be answering the question. Okay, you can surely apply if you like. You have multiple options. You have got financial aid, interest-free loan from LUMS. Then you have merit scholarship. That's like 50% tuition fee waiver.
Okay.
So there are like two options for you. Plus, if you score higher in the GMAT, then you can avail that 50% tuition fee as well. But you'll have to go with one. Like either one, whichever is higher, you can go for that.
For the financial aid or the merit scholarship?
For the merit scholarship, like if you are eligible to get both, because the financial aid is need based, the loan, and that like you'll have to pay back as well in like you'll get the rebate of 6 months, and then after that it'll be on easy installments that
Yeah.
you'll be paying back.
Yeah, I understand the concept. I assume the financial aid or the merit scholarships are capped at 75% maximum, right?
50% tuition fee.
50% of the tuition fee, and the financial
Yeah.
aid is also capped at 50% of the tuition fee.
That's need based. That'll be depending on your need. Will once you log in, make an account, select MBA. In the biographical section, you'll see a financial aid section that you just select yes. And then after you submit your application, you will be able to submit the financial aid form. So all the questions you'll have to answer that. So we'll assess your need. Upon your need, we'll see how much percentage you need, and we'll get you that.
Okay. And what's the maximum capping percentage for the financial aid, if there are any particular rules defined for that?
It varies, to be honest with you. We have had 75% as well given to students.
And that's the maximum, right? Or
There is no
goes beyond
maximum, minimum. Then again, it all depends on your need, how much
Okay,
you
perfect.
need,
Okay, perfect.
depending on the
Thank you.
documentations you have to submit.
Thank you.
Thank
Perfect.
you. Thank you, Abdullah. I'll go with one question from the chat. What kind of career outcomes do MBA graduates without prior work experience usually achieve? And how does SDSB LUMS support early career students during placements? And could you please explain the merit-based scholarships available for women MBA candidates, and what typically distinguishes successful scholarship recipients?
Yeah, I'll go ahead with this. So first answering the second question in terms of women, so they also qualify for what has been explained. So that's not any gender based, but in addition to that, there is 50% fee waiver for females who are admitted in the program on high merit. So the process of admission is not affected by either whether you have applied for financial aid. So it's purely independent of that. But once you have gotten admission, and yes, then that's where all of these things kick in terms of females. So females who are admitted on high merit, they get 50% fee waiver. In terms of career, so I've seen students uh, uh, in terms, so again, it doesn't matter whether you have less experience or more experience. I've seen people who have even 2 3 4 years of experience, and then they want to pivot their career, and after their MBA, they switch. People go to consulting industries, people go to FMCGs, different functional areas, people who are more sort of focused towards finance, so they go towards the investment side, and supply chain analytics. So all fields are become open once you go through the program.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan. Mumtaz Hussain, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Thank you so much. I'm Mumtaz. I am from Karachi. I am doing a finance job for last 10 years and I am a CA qualified. I have two questions. My first question is that which program of IB alums will be best suit for me? The executive MBA program or the MS or MBA program? My question number two is that if I met the entry to the LUMS, then how is it possible for a working man who is working in Karachi to join LUMS classes? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mumtaz. One thing, so MBA program, that's full time. So you have to be on campus. You can't. It really does not allow that flexibility. So if you have 10 years of experience, so our executive MBA program that has a minimum requirement of 6 years. So that's the minimum. But generally, our class profile is that students have 11, 12 plus years of experience, mid 30s, early 40s. So and that's an executive MBA, but that requires them to be present on campus every alternate weekend. So there are students who in current program or in past programs who were based out of Karachi, and they were continuing with their jobs and would come in over alternate weekends, but that's something which the students have to manage.
Thank you so much, sir. My last question is that what would be the format for test to pass and to make to the LUMS, to go in the LUMS?
So you have all these options, your GRE, GMAT, or जो LUMS का test है, that's also again similarly similar to GRE based, but then you have NTS. So वो test होते हैं, then that you can see उसके आपको net पे सारी coaching भी मिल जाएगी, and you'll get some formats as well.
Thank you,
sir.
Dr. Hassan.
Thank you so much.
Shariar, can you please in the chat share the links to the SDSP, the MBA program page, so that people can, check the financial aid criteria and also the test. Thanks. Abdul Basit, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is that when I was applying for BBA at LUMS back in 2019, so usually we give SAT examination. So in that, normally 14 to 1500 test score is considered a good in order to get into the BBA program. Now the thing is that when we are applying for LGAT, because my test is on 26th of April, so what is the criteria which is considered applicable in order to be on the safe side that you are in a good position to get into enroll in LMs? Because we know that GMAT का तो जरा एक difference नहीं होता, but LGAT is one of the tests for LUMS. So what is the general practice that is considered a good test score so that you are on the safe side for LGAT?
अच्छा, इसमें बासित एक चीज, good score, even you can't say anything for GMAT or GRE as well, because so we don't look at only one component, we look at multiple things. So your test score, academic record, your work experience, and then the interview. So I've seen people who have gotten good scores, they were not able to impress the panel, and hence they could not get admission. I've seen people who came with mediocre score, but they had very sort of exciting experience. A lot of people now coming in with their own entrepreneurial ventures. So we're looking for people who can add value and who can survive in the program. So that's why, which earlier Aswan also said that uh, there's no sort of lower benchmark that you need to have this much score to apply.
I
Thank
think
you,
I'll
Dr.
add one thing. It's higher the better.
Of course.
That's the best policy.
Just a quick
Awesome.
question from the chat, Vaisam. Let me just take one question from the chat. I also had, can you also raise your hand, Hamayu? Because there are two others who'd raised before. So after this, then
Um,
we'll
I'm
go
really
ahead.
sorry. I can wait. It's actually there's no option to raise a
Okay.
hand.
Okay,
Sorry.
we'll just thanks a lot. I also, so there's one question. I also had a question regarding letters of recommendation. For applicants with around 3 years of professional experience, Islams generally prefer recommendations from work supervisors/managers, or are academic recommenders such as professors still considered equally? Aswan, can you respond to
They
that?
are, well, it's up to you. If it's easily available from your professors, then you can go for one academic and one work. But if not, then you can manage both from work, from your managers.
Okay, thanks. Also, we've created a WhatsApp group for our admissions information. I think many of you are in that group. Shariar, see if you can share the numbers for that group on the chat if possible.
Sure.
If they can join. Otherwise, we can email them. We had a whole series of videos which addressed these questions in terms of, you know, the personal statement and also recommend reference letters. We will reshare on the WhatsApp group as well. Khan, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Thanks again for the opportunity to ask a question. I think my second question is also regarding admission requirements. So if someone's fortunate enough to be called for an interview, in what month are interviews conducted? And I know you have to be in person for the interviews, but I'd just like to have a general idea of the timeline.
I think we're still in process of confirming that with the school, and it's going to take some time. If you can send an email at admissions@LUMS, we'll get you exact idea when it's going to start and when they're going to end. Hopefully, it's going to end after like the deadline, April, May, June, max.
Okay. So ideally, one should be present in Pakistan in the whole month of May and June.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So just let me add here. So last year I can talk about the last year. So we conducted interviews, started end April and continued till May, and some lingered on for June as well. And so yes, in person is, but in case there is some issue or challenge because of which you can't, so then you have to make a request for an online option. But that's a request, and then the committee reviews that whether that is allowed or not.
Okay. I did speak to someone from the admissions office. Like I sent them an email. They let me know that they are conducted in May. So I booked my tickets for 1st May so that I am present in Pakistan just for the interview. I hope I can make it in the timeline.
We'll email you about if you're shortlisted for the interview. We'll email you a week before your scheduled interview.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mohammad Usama, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? And after this, Hamayu, you can ask your question.
I have a question that, for example, if we want to pursue our career in teaching in higher education institute, so what should I do? Either MBA or MS in management science.
For teaching, Dr. Hassan?
Again, that's your. So I went for my PhD. So if you want to be in academics, then ultimately you have to have a PhD. So I went for my PhD after my MBA, and so generally North American universities, they don't require that you have a research-based master's degree. whereas Europe, UK, generally they would want a research-based master's degree before you can apply. So MBA is not a research-based program; it's an industry-focused program. Whereas masters, they are masters or MPhil, they are research-based program. So again, it's up to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Hamayu, can you please ask your question, Mohammed Hamayu?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for this session, everyone. So my first question is that I did hear about being present for alternate weekends. Does that apply for MS Healthcare Management? And if if we have to be present, like, is it ideal to be present on campus? Because I do work remotely. Does it help being on the campus, or which would you suggest? And there's a second part as well.
So
That
yes, so the
Please
MBA,
go ahead.
so EMBA and all MS programs, they are weekend based, and the classes are conducted on alternate weekends. So that means you have to be, and there's no exception. You have to be there. So there's no option to join online. So that means you have to be on campus couple of weekends in a month.
Understood. And also, I started my application. So, in terms of like, I don't want to say it out loud, but it would help having if your father's not around, like if he's deceased or not here, there's no option for that. Does that like needs to be included? Because I got confused. There was government employee and a businessman and all the options, but if somebody's father's not alive, how should they, like, should they choose their past profession, or how do you go about
I just,
answering that question?
Momosan, just send an email to admissions. I'll personally look into it and I'll guide you what to do.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Mohammed Hussain, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikum.
Thank you for this chance. And my question is, do you have any options, any financial aid scholarship options for foreigners?
Financial aid options for foreigners?
There's no
Yes.
like separate section for foreigners. I think you'll have to go through the same applicant process that every applicant goes through, because there's no separate quota for foreigners or locals.
Thank you.
Okay. Vikas Ahmed, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikum.
My question is, are there any weekend classes for MBA?
No.
So generally, nahi hota hai, but again, it depends. It's a full-time program. There could be some industry tours which are planned on the weekends. There could be some exams that are planned on the weekend. And at times when the schedule gets disrupted, could be because last year, because of war, because of smog. So because of those sort of disruptions, at times the students are required to or may be required to be engaged over the weekend as well.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan. And there is one question in the chat. There's from Maham. Is the merit scholarship 50% fee waiver applied for the entire program fee of 2 years? Asfand, can you please respond to that?
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yes.
So can you repeat the question?
Sure. Is the merit scholarship, the 50% fee, merit scholarship for women applied for the entire program fee of 2 years?
It'll be assessed every year.
All right.
So that depends on your progress.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Mevish, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for the opportunity. I just have one question. Coming from a medical background, how can I prepare for the interview considering the fact that I don't have a prior knowledge of business?
So again, a lot of I'll sort of give response in a more generic manner. There are a lot of people who are coming from engineering background as well, so they're working on plants. So what we want to assess that uh, whatever work they're doing that might not be related to the management side or the business side, but we want to see whether they understand how they are contributing to the organization, what is the nature of the business, how their functional area fits into that, what are the comparative challenges in that, who are they competing against. So those sort of questions in terms of whether they are mindful of their environment or not. So similarly in healthcare, so talking about, so we won't be assessing somebody from healthcare background from their understanding on marketing area or let's say some manufacturing area. So, but yes, they must be knowledgeable about the context, healthcare, what are the challenges. So that's what you need to be prepared about.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you. Yes, you can. Khan, please ask your question.
Thank you again for the opportunity. My last question is regarding the accreditation that you mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, that only 6% of universities worldwide have this certain accreditation. If correct me if I'm wrong, can you please elaborate more on that?
Um, yes, a
Yeah,
little bit.
let me take it.
Dr. Hassan,
So
can you take this?
yeah, so this is uh, business schools accreditation. So AACSB, it's a worldwide body which uh, gives accreditations to, that's based on their stats, schools which are accredited by them. And so SDSB was the first school in Pakistan to get accreditation. We have also gotten re-accredited for that. But then there are a couple of other schools who have gotten AACSB in Pakistan.
Thank you. And for students who graduate from LUMS, how do they benefit from this in terms of if they want to pursue careers? I mean, within Pakistan, I can understand the benefit, but if they want to take their careers abroad, like their degree essentially.
So I think within Pakistan, yes, but that's more because that's an international body. So that gives more credibility to the degree that you graduated from a school which is AACSP accredited. So it gives accreditation to the process assurance of learning. So it's so everything is structured. There's a proper way. So the courses are designed in a certain way. They are upgraded in a certain way. They are linked with the industry. So AACSP or any accreditation that ensures that the schools have that capability, and hence they get, and that gives credibility to the degree.
Thanks so much for answering.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan. And so just a reminder, Shariar shared the WhatsApp link in the chat, so you can join it. I see a lot of people have already joined. Here we basically post, updates of our admission process, the deadlines, and we also, share information on the programs. Secondly, Shariar has also posted the link to the MBA program page, so you can visit it. And again, the admission criteria, the financial aid options, all of that information is also given. Shariar, can you also post our the admissions email address and the email address of SDSB?
I've shared that as well.
So
मैं
that,
दोबारा कर देता हूँ.
so that if someone has a query, they can email there. One question from Zara Ahmed Khan in the chat is, how many days a week do MBA programs usually have classes, and is it manageable with a remote job?
Generally 5 days, and I have seen people struggle, and so it's they have to maintain a certain grades to be to maintain their candidature in the program. So because so let's say next day you have 3 classes, you have to prepare for 3 cases that can easily take somewhere from 8 to 10 hours or plus. So having even a remote job of 2, 3, 4 hours, you don't have time for that. And so, yes, that's why we really do not, or we say that it's a full-time program. So one has to be prepared to give full time.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan. Also, we will be having more sessions on our other programs. We have one scheduled for the PhD program, and we have one program scheduled for our weekend programs, which would be Executive MBA and our 4 master's programs. I have requested Shariar to share the links of our social media channel. He has just done so. Thank you, Shariar, on our chat. So you can join our social media channels, and then you will see the schedule for the upcoming webinars also. I believe they are on Friday, right, Shariar? Both of them?
Yes, both of them are on Friday.
Right, right. The MS and Executive MBA
Yes,
webinar and the PhD webinar
the
as well.
PhD webinar
And
is at 12 and the other webinar is at 5.
is at 5. So you've joined the WhatsApp group. We will share the invites in the WhatsApp group as well, and they're also on our social media. So the program directors will be there, the executives and residents for the MS programs will be there, and our admissions and financial aid team will also be there. Just one reminder that the application deadline is April 14th, so it's a firm deadline and there will be no extension. So please do get your applications in, and you get 1 day to submit your documents as well. Asfand, if you could just quickly give an idea about the deadlines.
Sure. The online application deadline is on 14th of April. That's 5 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And then the document submission is the next day, 15th of April. For financial aid applications, it's 14th of May. And the test deadline is 26th of April for all 4 tests.
Thank you, Asfand. We can just take one more question and then we will have to conclude. There was someone who raised the hand. Okay, admin, do you have a question? Please unmute yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually asking a question about the experience. What if a student do not have any kind of work experience? So is he eligible to apply for the full-time master's MBA program or not?
Yes, they are eligible to apply. You can apply without any experience. Experience is recommended, but it's not mandatory for the MBA program.
Yeah, and the concentration will be finance or something else.
Concentration?
Yeah, like the specialization. Is there finance specialization available here?
So there are courses available on in every functional area, but we do not have any. We have a generic MBA program. We do not give degrees on MBA finance or MBA marketing. So read about the program.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you. Dua, quickly ask your question.
My question is, basically what happened was I got my dad's name spelling wrong in my results of my bachelor's and in the result of my metric. So would it affect if I, just go with the flaw?
Swant, can you please
Okay,
respond?
sorry, just to get that correct, you've got misspelled your father's spelling
Yeah.
in both
Yeah.
certificates, right?
Yeah.
And on your identity card, what's the spelling? What's the difference?
It's my father's name is Muhammad Gharib Abbas Shah. So the Gharib spells as Ghareeb on my ID card.
Okay.
But when I look at the documents that I have, it spells like Gharib.
That's fine, no worries. Just send your father's CNIC front and back, and then your CNIC, so we can amend that change.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Dua. And thank you very much. We'll have to conclude the session now, but you can always send your queries to admissions@lums.edu.pk and sdsp@lums.edu.pk. We will get back to you. Lot of the information is on the website. Please do go through the MBA program page. And you can join us again if you are interested in exploring the executive MBA or the weekend MS programs and even the PhD program. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Hassan, for your time. Thank you, Shariar and Asfan,
Hi,
for
hello.
your
Can you
time.
hear me?
And yes, but I'm sorry we are out of time. So if you could
I'm
just
so
send
sorry, I
email
was
us,
going to meeting
yeah,
back to
please
back.
email
Okay,
us.
it's fine. Cheers.
Please email us your query and we will respond to you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much and
okay.
look forward to your
All right.
applications. Allah
Thank you very
Hafiz.
much and good luck, everyone.
Allah Hafiz.